A city taking action tonight to reduce the high turnover rate at its police department.
WPTV, the first to report that officers say it's putting a strain on resources and potentially safety.
Only on 5, Megan McRoberts live with the new incentives the city of Fort Pierce soon hopes to offer officers to get them to stick around. Megan?
Well, Michael Kelly, several former and current police officers told me that they have to leave the department because they simply could not afford to continue to work there. They said nearby agencies offered much better take-home pay, and it's an attractive incentive to go pretty much across the streets. But some officers say some incentives now being proposed by the city are a good start. When you put your life on the line and work tough hours, some officers for the Fort Pierce Police Department say the pay just wasn't cutting it. We're protecting their identities because they fear losing their jobs.
What is it that's making you leave?
Ultimately is the pay.
While the base pay wasn't too far off from other agencies, the deductions were more than other agencies, leaving some unable to make ends meet. The president of the Fort Pierce Police Officers Association said in 5 years, 77 officers were hired, but 54 left. A majority of those left, he said, because of take-home pay concerns.
The average officer here, if they're paying for a family on their health insurance plan, would bring home less than $1,500 a month.
City Manager Nick Mims said keeping officers around needs to be a priority. So today, city staff presented 4 new incentives to keep officers around longer, including a $250 per month voucher for housing to live in Fort Pierce, bigger savings on family health care plans, and raising base salaries 3% this year and hopefully 5% by 2020. The city already approved allowing officers to be vested in their pension in 5 years instead of 10. Commissioners say they support all 4 options and finding a way to fund it. Now, these incentives will be discussed at 2 public hearings coming up before they could be approved for the final budget for next year. The police chief and city leaders also discussed the possibility of creating contracts that new officers would have to sign to stay with the department for a couple of years before they could be recruited to other law enforcement agencies, but no word yet if that actually could become a policy. Reporting live in Fort Pierce, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.